So as many of you know, I used to coach football. And a lot of you on my previous videos really enjoyed my coaching insights and thought I should do a dynasty. But I can't just do things normally. I have to try to do something crazy. So I tried to make this dynasty as if it were an episode of Hard Knocks. I timestamped the video in case you just want to skip to the coaching insights, but I had a ton of fun making this. So without further ado, this is the Rigatoni recipe, the story of Giovanni Rigatoni and the Bologna State Spiders. Hope you enjoy. For many, games are won on Saturdays. For the greats, they're won in practice. For second-year head coach Giovanni Rigatoni, it's 5 a.m. in March before spring training as he leads his team of walk-ons to their second football season ever. Bologna State was originally founded in the 1950s as Bologna Agricultural and Meat Sciences Institute, basically a glorified trade school that specialized in processing meats. In 2025, the school was trying to rebrand into a real university to attract more students. A wealthy Bologna alum named Sal Spaghetti made a massive donation, but with one condition: they had to start a football program. With zero football history, the school scrambled. They had no budget for scholarships, no coaches, no former players, so the roster was filled with whoever signed up on campus. They needed a team, but more importantly, they needed a leader. Giovanni Rigatoni, an ex-offensive line coach from North Texas, saw Bologna State as the one place where he could truly build a legacy from scratch. He calls it the recipe, his system of player development, gritty recruiting, and clever play calling that might actually turn Bologna State from a cupcake into a contender. And Season 1 started in a way that no one could have imagined. Sellout crowds with rabid fans packed the seats, and Bologna State won 11 games. Their star running back Keontae Tyson went on to win the Heisman Trophy, and the team even went on the road and beat Auburn. Coach Rigatoni won Coach of the Year, and people were praising him as the next great coaching legend. However, the year ended more sour than it did sweet. Despite finishing second in the conference, they were not invited to the conference championship game. The team was invited to a bowl game against North Carolina, but Coach Rigatoni got outclassed by Bill Belichick. Keontae Tyson wanted more brand recognition, so he chose to transfer. The team developed an identity of moral victories.
Coach, you finished second in the American Conference last year, and they still didn't invite you to the conference championship game. Can you explain why you didn't switch conferences?
Walking away now means letting them off the hook. You don't want us here? Fine by us. We're going to stay, and we're going to eat the food out of your fridge. We're going to use the bathroom without flushing. We're going to get our shoes a little muddy and walk on your nice carpets. We came here looking for a championship, and we're making ourselves comfortable until we get one.
Coach, Keontae Tyson was obviously a big part of the team last year. Can you just tell us what you're feeling about losing him and why you chose to schedule his new team this year?
I don't beg players to stay. I just make them regret leaving. We're not just playing your new team, we're coming for your comfort. You don't get to just run from Bologna State and think you're safe. He wanted more brand recognition and exposure, so I'm sure this game will give it to him. Just be careful what you wish for.
Coach, you scheduled Ole Miss this year, a really tough SEC team and clearly better than your roster right now. Can you explain why you did that?
Ole Miss isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. I don't schedule games to be comfortable. These are the kind of challenges that make champions. We're ready to hit, fight, scratch, claw, and bleed if that's what it takes to win against them.
Coach, you played Bologna Tech this year, and many people say they're ahead of you in terms of skill. Anything you'd like to say to that?
Well, the rivalry with Bologna Tech is more than just a game. Me and Coach Peter Pesto, we go way back. He's done a fine job with that group. And every time we're playing them, we're not just playing to win. We're playing for every player, every fan, every sandwich that's ever been made at this campus. I don't care how many letters are in your name. When you step on that field with us, you better be ready for a fight. For Giovanni Rigatoni, day one of his offensive installation starts with the running game. And the centerpiece of it all is the stretch running game. For him, establishing the running game is all about establishing the stretch play from multiple formations first, then branching out from there. But what made Bologna State so good at this last year? For one, they have every single back formation you can think of. This always makes sure they can gain a numbers advantage at the point of attack, and their team is well equipped to move around and shift quickly. The second thing is that they're just good at running the stretch play. If you overcommit too much, Rigatoni preaches to his running backs about searching for that cutback lane. Day one for Rigatoni means running stretch out of this formation, out of this formation, out of this formation, out of this formation, and out of this formation. On top of that, in every single one of these formations, Rigatoni has also built in a counterpunch. If you overcommit to the stretch, you get faced with the power. If you overload the play side, we run to the weak side. If you huddle up too much on the run, there's play action fakes in both directions. The playbook is masterfully crafted to gain an advantage in any situation, and Rigatoni harps on his team to make sure they are disciplined in every situation to be able to execute and identify what they need to do to succeed. Filling the shoes of a Heisman Trophy winning running back isn't easy, but if anyone is used to living up to someone else's name at the running back position, it's redshirt freshman Bo Jackson. He's one of 23 other three-star recruits that Bologna State added to their program last year, finishing in the top 50 in the country in recruiting. It's a small step forward, but for a one-star program, it's movement in the right direction. In front of him on the depth chart is Caleb Jackson, a senior transfer who is happy to end his college career in Rigatoni's run-first offense. The Jackson duo are the two best players on the Bologna State offense. Day one of spring practice is officially in the books, but we've got a lot more of this offense left to install on day two. It's time for a good night's rest for these players. They're going to need it. Do you want to add Rigatoni's recipe to your online dynasty? Start using the same plays that Rigatoni calls on Saturdays with the Playbook Spiderweb available for download. There's 500 plays available from 11 personnel, 12 personnel, triple option from the flexbone and pistol, and even a wildcat formation. Give it a try, and please like and subscribe to the video for more content like this if you are enjoying the video. These truly take me forever to put together, so any support you can provide is greatly appreciated to push this video out to more viewers. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Banner! 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 Ready, go!
It's day two of offensive installation, and for first-year senior starter David DePaul, that means more of the passing game. Day two is all from the same formations installed in day one. Rigatoni is adamant that the team makes their plays look similar to keep the defense guessing. The passing game from these sets is all about play action in both directions, mesh and drive concepts, and shot plays. The entire field is under attack from any single back formation, so there's no way the defense can predict where the ball will go, just the way Rigatoni wants it. The group with the most to prove in this offense is the receivers. Nobody in the media is giving them any respect due to their inexperience and ratings. Rigatoni sees that as an advantage. That means everybody must fight twice as hard and no one is above anyone else. The camaraderie of the group is obvious as they gel together to overcome this, and they really want to prove that they're better than people say they are. One weapon the team is counting on is true freshman tight end Taylor Harris. He's a little bit smaller for a tight end, but has great speed and great hands. His size could impact him negatively in the running game though, so Coach Rigatoni is keeping a close eye on his production both in the passing game and the running game. Day two is coming to a close, and the single back installation is nearly complete. You can see that this offense is more than just a stretch running game. The variety of ways Rigatoni will move players and identify weak points will lead to his play calling during each match. From there, it's all on the key players to execute and deliver winning football. For Coach Rigatoni, he doesn't want his quarterbacks doing hot routes. Instead, he wants them to focus on perfect execution of each play and reading the defense properly. Day three is all about that. It's when Bologna State is installing the shotgun game and a variety of passing plays along with it. Rigatoni is hard on his quarterbacks, but he doesn't expect them to create too much on their own. They have to learn the offense, understand defensive alignment, identify protection and where pressure could come from, and diagnose the coverage and best matchups to execute properly. Playing quarterback isn't easy, and Rigatoni expects near perfection from his QBs. Turnovers are unacceptable by him, especially with a team that has limited talent. They must execute each play properly every time. Play after play, it's about making everything look and feel similar to the previous play, causing confusion on defense and making them play slow. The less aggressive a defense is, the more the offense can attack it. Passing, running, misdirection, it's all included in the Day 3 installation. Day 4 is the pistol game installation and the flex bone. Typically, this series is used with a running quarterback since there's a lot of read option and triple option. With DePaul at quarterback this year, it limits the use of this series, but Coach Rigatoni wants to be prepared for anything. Similar to single back, Bologna State has a good mix of formations from pistol to keep a defense honest. There's triple option available to both sides of the formation, lead and power options going both ways, a play action game, and some 3 to 5 step drops. This can be very difficult for a defense to deal with, especially if they prioritize the single back running game series. At this point, nearly the full offense is installed. Day 5 is the icing on the cake. With a few added wrinkles in plays, Bologna State is officially ready to play offense for the new season. Practice makes perfect, but they're ready for Week 1 against Louisville. As for the defensive side of the ball, Rigatoni loves to play man coverage, pattern match coverage, and bring pressure. The philosophy on defense is to be aggressive and play physical every single snap. The problem is he isn't able to do any of that comfortably, given his talent situation. Isaac Smith was a 4-star transfer that Rigatoni recruited last offseason, the only 4-star to join the team, and he is the shining star of the defensive unit. He is joined by no other considerable names. The secondary is weak and full of inexperience in big games. The linebackers have little to show for their tenure, despite having 3 seniors. And the defensive line has some work to do to be effective. Rigatoni has his work cut out for him this season if this group is going to help him win games. He knows that the offense will need to control the tempo of each game and not give up bad turnovers that put the defense in bad spots. The team runs a 3-3-5 front, and Rigatoni, despite what he truly wants the defense to be, is handcuffed into a heavy zone defense due to his lack of talent. He has to keep the defense simple to execute and protect the players from being isolated without giving up big plays. Boring, yes, but Rigatoni isn't trying to make something entertaining. He's trying to win. But defensive coordinator Nate Faines disagrees. He thinks that by sitting in zone all day, it sends a bad message to the team, and it also puts the defense in compromised positions. He and Rigatoni go back and forth on this all spring long, and there's no question this is going to have an impact on the regular season. It'll still be determined what direction the defense goes once the ball is actually kicked in September. Going on the road to open the season against Louisville will be a big challenge for this team, and Coach Rigatoni will need a great game plan. But this team has never been shy about a challenge. The work is now, the time is now, and it's time to put Bologna State on the map. See you for Week 1.